It's gorgeous.
It is. Now tell me a little bit about what you did for your clients.
The kitchen was the heart of the home. They love to entertain. She's in the kitchen a lot. She really wanted it to be the center of all the activities and actually be located in the center with all the rooms flowing off of them and actually having a view from the kitchen to the lake as well as to all the spaces that they wanted to be able to enjoy together.
Okay, and from the kitchen, across from it is the bar area. And that was the first thing I noticed was the window treatments, and on the walls they aren't pictures, that is actually painted on.
Correct.
You have a fabulous faux finisher.
Yes, her name is Lisa Estridge.
Okay.
And Lisa did all the faux finishing for the paintings, the window treatments, as well as the columns throughout the home and the dining room. The home entertainment area needed to be a little bit larger than what we had originally planned. So the screen porch was conveniently located to be able to just go ahead and enclose that space and take it over, and now it's part of the rec room area.
So now this area here makes such a statement. Lover cabinets and the detail on everything really sets the energy for this house.
Yes, absolutely. Great flow from all the spaces and very convenient to entertaining on the outside.
Okay.
There's a summer kitchen outdoors.
Oh, okay.
Directly related and access to this bar area.
We're in the dining room, as you can see, and I love, Jenny, how it's a round dining room with a round table that seats 8 to probably 10 easily. Now, normally I don't start with the ceiling, but looking up at the ceiling, it's absolutely gorgeous.
It is. It's a great dome. It ties with the rounded room atmosphere. It's very cool.
And the lighting up there just punches it up a little bit more, and now your faux finisher has done a magnificent job.
Yeah, it created the feel of sitting out in a garden.
It has. And when you look out the window, you see the little pond area that you developed there too. Okay, any tips in here?
You want to make sure if you're going to use a round room and a round dining table, make sure the number of people you're going to be serving in this space, that it will accommodate. Because if you were to add a leaf to this table, it would throw the whole space off. Yeah. Absolutely.
Jenny, you never cease to amaze me. You've done it again in here. You've created a wonderful, opulent, gorgeous room with a view.
Absolutely.
And that's part of what you do, is work nature into your designs. I know you do.
Yeah, it was
as much as you can.
Very important to them to be able to access not only the views, but still maintain some privacy in the space and bring some romance in. And, you know, also the creature comforts, and everybody loves a fireplace, so we incorporated the fireplace, and it ties very nicely into the master bath.
Now the ceiling, again, I love what she's done up there. A fantastic faux finisher that started the feel here. Yes,
actually the furniture is what dictated the design for the faux finishing. She had the furniture shipped in from overseas, and the finisher then took some of the detailing from these furniture pieces and painted it into the ceiling and also around the fireplace.
I mean, I even like the dog's bed. I could take a nice little nap in there right now.
And he even has a view as well.
Again, you did a beautiful job, and thank you for sharing it with us.
Absolutely. Glad to do it. Thank you.
I'm at Personal Touch Interiors in Denver, North Carolina with Jenny Pippin, Pippin Home Designs. And Jenny, you are an award-winning home designer, and you're about to create another one.
Absolutely.
Let's see what you're working on now.
I'd like to give you a little overview of this project. This is actually for my personal residence.
Okay.
This is a house that I bought in 1999, and at that time I gutted it and renovated the entire inside of the structure. And I have recently been married and would like to add on to it again. So through the 20 years that I've been doing this, I've always had an interest in solar design and energy efficiency and all the things that lead into green building. And I'd really like to make this a green building project. It's something new to our area and something I'm really starting to see more requests from clients of mine to have incorporated into their homes. And because this is new, I'd like to also open it up to the public and allow tours to come through when it's completed. So as a result of that, we would like to donate our proceeds from the tour to Habitat for Humanity.
That is unbelievable. Good for you. I'm proud of you. You're always coming up with great ideas.
Thank you. Well, let me give you just a quick overview of what's happening with the project. It's basically,
This is what you had here. This is what you're starting with.
yes, there's a one-car garage and a living room, which was originally a carport that I've enclosed. And then it was 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and we have rough plumbed for a second bath that we will complete. And then the kitchen will be transformed into a wet bar area and the stairs that will go up to the new addition.
Okay.
The house sits on a very steep slope, and it's about midway down the slope. So when you pull up to the entrance of the lot, you sort of look over the roof. So I want to be able to bring it out of the hole.
Okay.
So when you take the roof off and add the second story, it will give it that height and more presence to the lot. And when we do that, we're going to change the grading slightly in order to be able to accommodate a bridge that will now enter a new first floor.
That is an addition.
Yeah. Currently, the garage is in the lower level, and we want to bring that further up the hill.
Okay.
And so we're adding a 2-car garage, and you'll step down out of the back of that a couple of feet to be able to access the main living levels. So when you come in the bridge, you'll enter in the front door at the foyer, and you'll be able to see straight out the back to the view through the great room. The dining and the kitchen in the great room are all open to one another, and we have a master suite. So it will be a 3-bedroom house when it's completed instead of just the 2 that it has been. And then we'll have a drop zone area, another powder room, and a pantry. And then these are the stairs that will take you down to the existing level, and then stairs that will go above that up to a second floor. And the second floor will be a new studio, and we'll have a balcony that takes us out to the view, and then an overlook here at the foyer down to the first floor. And this is the exterior.
Okay.
The front elevation from the street side, this is without the garage where we cut through the little drop zone area, so you can see the full effect of the lower level. And then this is with the garage, and you can see how the grade drops across the front of the property, and this is where the bridge comes over to the new front door. And the other thing that we had to do, because the existing footings were not substantial enough to hold the addition, we're going outside of the existing footprint about 2 feet in all directions and putting 6x6 tube steel columns. But I didn't want it to look like it was sitting on toothpicks. So we've come up with a design of a feature to add to the 6x6 tube steel to give it a little more bulk and some more interest in that contemporary flavor.
Absolutely fantastic. Now, I did the first R2000 house in Canada probably 15 years ago, and it took us a good 2.5 years.
Yes.
You've been working on the plans for how long?
About 1.5 years.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you figure it's going to take you
probably another 10 months under construction.
The whole thing.
Now, we've had a review from the North Carolina Solar Center on this project, and they've given us a lot of good information and resources that we'll be able to pull together. We're also pulling in some local people from this area that have been studying green building and healthy built homes to help be a resource for us.
Jenny, tell us a few of the things that will make this house qualify as a greenhouse, a green space.
Green building, yes. Actually, a lot of the components that go into a green building house also follow the guidelines for a healthy built home, which will tie in very nicely with the recommendations from the Solar Center. The first principle is the lot design, the preparation of the site, and siding of the house. And a lot of things that are incorporated in that are trying to maintain trees, positioning the house so that you can get some solar gain benefit. One of the good things about this site, the house was already in place, and it faced 1 degree off of due south. So we're in perfect position for adding some solar features to the property. Also, trying to maintain the existing grade as much as possible. The next is the resource efficiency. And with that, we like to bring in things like bamboo and marmoleum, things that can be easily renewable, sustainable products. And then the energy efficiency is another big one.
Very interesting.
Absolutely.
Part of it.
And that has to do with how you actually seal the building, you know, air barriers, insulation, caulking, and then the water efficiency, using appliances and fixtures that are efficient for saving water, using water conservation techniques, and also using rainwater collection to use as your irrigation. Then there's the indoor air quality. And once you get a really good sealed envelope, you want to make sure that you don't use products and finishes inside the building that will off-gas and cause you to have indoor air quality issues. And we want to make this as good a project as we can for the public to get knowledge of, and also to show that it can be done affordably.
And so any of our viewers out there that have a question, email you or contact you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The last thing I wanted to bring about to your attention is also for a green building project, the builder really should put together a homeowner's manual so that the homeowner is educated on how to use the building efficiently, how to maintain it, so that it does maintain the green qualities that it was built for.
Job well done. I really commend you on this. It has already won an award with us.
Thank you. It's very exciting.